Okay, in today's lecture we are going to see the subject linear integrated circuit and what is the syllabus that is designed for covering 22423 linear integrated circuits. Now basically what do we mean by linear integrated circuit, or why this subject added in electronics and telecommunication branch? So basically linear integrated circuit is nothing but it is the integrated circuit means what? It is the IC. So short form of integrated circuit is IC. So IC is nothing but the integrated circuit, and under integrated circuit we are going to study the details of IC741. So the IC name of integrated circuit is IC741. So it is a 8-pin IC, and totally we are going to study the syllabus which will be included in 8-pin IC, that is the 741. So under this we are going to study the 5 chapters, and the 5 chapters are covered the particular COs, that is the course outcomes. So first chapter, that is the introduction of op-amp. We are going to see in the details of chapters. Before that we are going to see the what are the different course outcomes covered under the individual chapters. So first chapter is introduction of op-amp, and under that the first CO covered, that is the use of op-amp in linear electronic circuit. Use of op-amp in linear integrated circuit. In the last lecture also we have covered what do we mean by op-amp. Op-amp is nothing but the operational amplifier. So that particular IC741 which will be used to operate or to use, that is called op-amp. Means in short we are going to see op-amp, but the pronunciation of op-amp is operational amplifier. So basically that IC741 which will be used as a amplifier. So what is the use of that op-amp in different electronic circuit or linear electronic circuit? That covers the first course outcome. That covers the first course outcome, or that will conclude the first chapter. So second is the use various configurations of op-amp for different applications. So what are the different applications of operational amplifier? Under that we are going to study the different configurations. So inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier, or any others. So that we are going to study in the details. So under second chapter we are going to see the details. In third chapter we are going to see the troubleshoot various linear applications of op-amp for the given specification. So particular specifications are given, and in this particular specification we are going to troubleshoot different applications of op-amp. So by the use of IC741 we are going to design the small electronic circuits application of that electronic circuits, and we are going to troubleshoot the equipment. So this will be covered in the third chapter. Then fourth chapter. Fourth chapter is something different from 741. So we are going to design filter circuitry or oscillator circuitry by using the given ICs. So maintain filters and oscillators used in various electronic circuits. So we have to design the filters or oscillators by the given particular ICs. So particular ICs are given, and by with the help of that particular ICs we are going to design the different applications of the filters and oscillators. This is the fourth chapter. And last chapter, that is the fifth chapter, that will include the troubleshoot specified applications using various linear ICs. So we are going to troubleshoot the different specification application, or whatever the different parts of syllabus that will be learned by using the fourth chapter, that we are going to troubleshoot in the last chapter. So these are the different course outcomes that is covered under our 5 chapters, A, B, C, D, E. These are the course outcomes. Okay. So whenever we are going to study one by one chapter, then at the end of chapter you can conclude the use of op-amp of linear electronic circuit, use of various configurations of op-amp for different applications. So at the end of chapter you must know what you learn. So that is the conclusion of your chapter, or at the end of your chapters. Now, the marks distribution of the linear integrated circuit or teaching scheme of the linear integrated circuit. So you must know what is teaching scheme, what is PA, what is ESC, but still we are going to see the mark distribution. So linear integrated circuit, the board theory paper that will be covered for 70 marks. So 70 marks board theory paper is there. Out of these, 28 marks are compulsory. 28 marks are compulsory for passing, and additional mark 30. Additional marks 30 for additional marks are 30 for micro project and your class test. Two class tests, that is the average of two class tests, and micro project marks, micro projects marks 10. So 10 plus 20, that is the 30. So total marks are 100. So your first board theory paper plus class test plus micro project. So total number of marks are 100, and out of 100, minimum marks should be 40. Out of 100, minimum marks should be 40. So two criteria are there. One, out of 70, 28 must be there, and out of 100, 40 marks must be there. So this is about ESE. Then practical session. So by performing 14 numbers of practicals are there, and we are going to see the one by one practicals. So practical covers 25 marks external practical. So what is external, what is internal, that you know very well. Just like as digital technique, here linear integrated circuit also covered your 25 marks, and that is considered for the end semester exam for practical. Out of these 25, 10 marks are compulsory. If you are going to below you, if you got below 10, then you will fail. Then progressive assessment means term work. So 25 marks term works is there, and out of that 10 marks is compulsory. So your manual completion or assignment completion, that will cover your 25 marks. So total marks for practical session, that is the 50 marks. So total subject 100 marks theory plus 50 marks for practical session. So total weightage for the subject is 150 marks. Now we are going to see the syllabus from first chapter. Okay. So first unit is fundamentals of operational amplifier. So what do you mean by fundamental? Fundamental is nothing but the basic study of the operational amplifier. Fundamental means basic. So we are going to see the basic things of the operational amplifier. So basically you must know what is op-amp. So that will be included under the first unit. So actual syllabus is 1.1. What do we mean by operational amplifier? So operational amplifier means what? Then its equivalent circuit diagram, then its circuit symbol, and its terminals. So just like as a NAND gate, NOR gate, its circuit diagram is necessary, its equivalent circuit is necessary, and out of that symbols are also necessary, and you are going to study the different terminals of the op-amp. Then second point is op-amp IC741 pin diagram. So pin diagram of IC741, then pin functions of IC741, then op-amp parameters, then different parameters we are going to study, that is the definitions of different parameters, that is the input offset voltage. See here, different parameters, that is the input offset voltage, output offset voltage, then input offset current, input bias current, differential input resistance, input capacitance. Just like as in diode, we are going to study what is forward bias diode, what is reverse bias diode, what is the peak inverse voltage. Same things will be here. We are going to study the IC741 in detail. So before studying the IC741, you must know the parameters of op-amp, and under these parameters, we are going to study the input offset voltage, input offset current, input bias current, differential input resistance, input capacitance, etc. So these are the basic parameters we are going to study under the first chapter. Voltage range, then offset voltage adjustment range, common mode rejection ratio, supply voltage rejection ratio, then slew rate, large signal voltage gain, then supply voltage, supply current, output voltage swing, bandwidth product, then output short circuit current. So under this first chapter, we are going to study the definitions of the particular parameters. So you must know the what is the use of that parameters, or under this parameter what we are going to study. So that you must know. So you are going to prepare the definitions or required parameters of the given things. So under 1.2 we are going to study this much part. Then 1.3, the transfer characteristics of ideal and practical voltage transfer. Just in basic electronics, we are going to study the VI characteristics of the PN junction diagram. So how voltage changes, current changes, that you know very well. So by graphically, we are going to see the change. Same here, by graphically, we are going to study the transfer characteristics for the op-amp IC741. So there are different parameters by using ideal and practical voltage transfer. So ideal characteristics we are going to study, as well as practical characteristics also we are going to study. So we are going to study both characteristics, and we are going to compare also both the characteristics under 1.3. Then parameter 1.4, under 1.4 we are going to see the configurations of operational amplifier. So what are the different configurations of operational amplifier? That is the open loop and closed loop operational amplifier. So under open loop, what are the different conditions? Under closed loop, what are the different conditions? That we are going to study in the detail. Then under 1.5, virtual ground concept is there. So what do you mean by virtual ground concept? What is the change in the operational amplifier IC741? Why ground is required? Why null is required? That we are going to study in the detail. Under 1.6, the features, pin diagrams, and pin functions of dual op-amp IC747. So what are the features of IC741? What is the pin diagram of IC747? Then what are the functions of IC747? That we are going to study in the detail. So this part will be covered under the first chapter, and the weightage for the first chapter is teaching hours are 10 teaching hours are there, lectures means 10 lectures are there, and out of 10 lectures, your 8 marks are required for the syllabus. So total first chapter covers 8 marks. Then we are going to see the parameters under the second parameter, second unit, that is the applications of operational amplifier. So here operational amplifiers are used. So applications of the operational amplifier will cover the 2.1, that is the closed loop configuration mode of operations, that is the inverting and non-inverting amplifier. That is the inverting and non-inverting amplifier. So under closed loop configuration, the modes are inverting and non-inverting. So we are going to study the details of circuit diagram of the inverting amplifier, the circuit of diagram of the non-inverting amplifier. What is the difference between inverting and non-inverting amplifier? That also we are going to study. Then under 2.2, we are going to study the differential amplifier. So differential means when two signals are applied to the two particular voltage, what is the difference signal will be generated under that? That we are going to see. Then second is unity gain amplifier. Unity gain means at the output we are going to decide the gain, and out of that gain, unity means 1. So gain we are going to set the gain for 1. So that is called as a unity gain amplifier. So this is covered under 2.2. Under 2.3, we are going to study the arithmetic operations, that is addition, scaling, averaging, then subtraction, integrator, differentiator. So this part we are going to study in the IC 741. So IC 741 IC that is used to add two signals. Whenever we are going to apply the two input voltages, so one input is suppose 2 volt and other input is suppose 5 volt. So 2 plus 5 is 7 volt. So IC 741 will provide output voltage 7 volt at the output terminal of the IC 741 pin number 6. At the pin number 6, automatically it will add just like as a calculator. Then scaling amplifier. Scaling amplifier means what? Suppose input voltage is fixed. Input voltage is 2 volt suppose. But we required output voltage 10 volt. Requirement is 10 volt, but we have only 2 volt. So 2 into 5 is equal to 10. So multiplying factor is 5. So multiplying factor is nothing but your gain. Multiplying factor is nothing but your gain. So we have to design the circuit in such a way that that circuit will provide gain 5. That circuit will provide gain 5. So there is a formula for gain 1 plus Rf by R1. So Rf and R1 are the resistances. Set the values of resistances so that the output gain will be decided and you are going to derive the particular output that will be the converted into the IC 741. Then under 2.4, we are going to see the concept of frequency compensation of the op-amp and offset nulling. So what do you mean by frequency compensation? What is the required of frequency compensation? Then what is the need of op-amp for the offset nulling? That we are going to study in the detail. So this is covered under the under unit 2. Now under unit 3 considered for linear applications of the op-amp. Linear applications. What do you mean by linear applications? The particular applications. The ICs are designed to give the particular output. Means particular applications. Means the IC will be able to design the particular circuits. So what are the different circuits that we are going to see? That is, first is op-amp as an instrumentation amplifier. The main application, linear application of op-amp is it is used as a instrumentation amplifier. So under instrumentation amplifier, the use of instrumentation amplifier is different, and for the use of amplifier we will study the different working of instrumentation amplifier, the derivation of output voltage, IC LM324 configuration, then pin configuration of IC LM324, then specification and the applications of IC LM324. So by using LM324, we are going to see the details of the LM324. Then next parameter we are going to see, that is the voltage to current converter. Voltage to current converter. So input is voltage, but the output is covered into the current. So apply voltage, produce current. Now question will be, you are going to see, sir, voltage, how voltage is converted into the current. So at the output also we are going to convert it into the voltage, but the current should be measured in series. But the current should be measured in series. So all of you know voltage is always measured across it and current is always measured in the series it. So with floating and grounded load. So two concepts are there. Directly the floating load is connected as well as the grounded load is connected, and out of this, by using both loads, we are going to convert the voltage to current by using floating with grounded load. Then next point we are going to see, that is the sampled and hold circuit. So by using linear integrated circuits, we are going to design the circuit so that the signal will be wait for the particular duration. It will hold the circuit. Also, it will use to the sampling purpose. It will be used for the sampling purpose, also holding purpose. Then 3.5, the logarithmic and the anti-logarithmic amplifiers using diodes. So by using calculators, we are directly find out the values of the particular logarithmic value as well as anti-logarithmic value of the particular number. But what is the logic inside it? How logarithmic value will be find out. So for this purpose, logarithmic circuits are designed by using IC741. So it will find the log of the particular numbers as well as anti-log of the particular numbers. So different circuit is there, and that circuit will be able to find the log value as well as anti-logarithmic value of the input numbers. Then next point we are going to see, that is the analog divider and analog multiplier. So it is able to divide the two numbers. Also, it is able to multiply the two particular numbers. So how to multiply the numbers, how to divide the numbers, we can divide by using the IC741. Then under comparator IC LM710, we are going to see the different small circuits, that is the zero crossing detector, Schmitt trigger, Windows detector, phase detector, active peak detector, and peak to peak detector. So these are the different things learned under the comparator topic, means we are able to compare two topics. So this is the third chapter. Then fourth chapter is, or fourth unit is, filters and oscillators. So under filters, we are going to design the different types of filters, its classification of filters, then merits and demerits of the active filters, characteristics, different parameters of filters. It is the order of filter, cutoff frequency, pass band, stop band, center frequency, roll-off rate, bandwidth, Q factors, then filter types and its frequency response, low pass filters, then first order, second order high pass filters, band pass filters, band reject filters, all pass filters. So these are where these parameters we are going to study under the filter topic. Then oscillators. What do you mean by oscillator? So oscillator also designed by using IC741. So phase shift oscillators, Wien-Bieser oscillators, Colpitts oscillator, Hartley oscillators. So these are the different things we are going to cover under the fourth chapter. Then fifth chapter, that is the specialized IC application. So particular IC, that is the IC 555 and PLL IC LM6565. So these two ICs we are going to study in detail under the last chapter. So what do you mean by IC 555? All of you know IC 555 will be used for the timer IC or particular IC, particular duration, where we you start command as well as stop command by using IC 555. So we are going to study the block diagram of timer. What do you mean by timer? Pin diagram of timers and functions, astable, monostable, and bistable multivibrators. Then Schmitt triggers, voltage control oscillators. This part we are going to study in the details. Then applications of PLL. So what is the need of PLL? Where it is required? What is PLL? Its block diagram, operation, lock range, capture range, that we are going to study. That is IC565, its pin diagram, its functions. That we are going to study in the details. Now this is the weightage for the individual units. So first unit covers 8 marks, second unit covers 12 marks, third unit, that is the linear application, that is zero crossing detector and everything, that will come covered 12 marks. Then filters and oscillators covered 18 marks. Specialized IC, that will cover 12 marks. So total marks are 70 and total teaching hours are 64. So during 64 lectures, we are going to study the 70 mark syllabus, and these are the micro project topic that is already discussed in the last lecture. मागच्या लेक्चरला आपण ऑलरेडी याच्यामध्ये संदर्भात डिस्कस केलेले. तुम्हाला काही अडचणी असतील या संदर्भात किंवा सब्जेक्ट विषयी तर मला विचारा. एक्झॅक्ट समजलं नाही, आता कमीत कमी गाईडलाईन दिलंय मी, आपल्याला काय शिकायचं या सब्जेक्ट मध्ये किंवा काय स्टडी करायचं आपल्याला, हे तुम्हाला कळलं असेल मला असं वाटतं की याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला काय शिकायचंय. काही डाऊट्स असतील तर विचारा. आपण काय करतोय का पहिल्या 3 युनिट मध्ये आपण एक आयसी स्टडी करतोय. फक्त एक 8 पिनचा छोटासा आयसी आहे, जसा ट्रान्झिस्टर असतो त्या पद्धतीचा, का ज्याला 8 पिन आहे फक्त, आणि 8 पिनचा आयसी आपण स्टडी करतोय फक्त. किती चॅप्टर मध्ये? 1, 2 आणि 3 या 3 चॅप्टर मध्ये आपण नियर अबाउट फिल्टर मध्ये पण तेच आहे, फिल्टर मध्ये पण आयसी, म्हणजे 4 चॅप्टर जवळपास पहिले 4 चॅप्टर जे आहे ते आपण पूर्णतः स्टडी करतो. पहिले 4 चॅप्टर जे आहे ते पूर्णतः IC 741 जो आहे तो आपण स्टडी करतो. काही डाउट्स असतील तर विचारा.